we can talk about our nice hats.
Let's do
Hey,
it.
everybody. Dark Court, live and in color. Mark Espinoza with cat butt.
Bailey J. Cat.
Steve Euchrin and his aboriginal weapon of death.
Yes, my foam boomerang.
And me, hats. We got our alien hats. Mark, do you want to call this like Steve and I were insufferable for all through San Diego going, where's the fucking hats?
Somebody has to have this patch somewhere.
We were pretty old man about that. I came home and told Mimi, and she just was like, does Mark care? Because I kept saying me and Steve, and she's like, you didn't leave Mark off in the cold playing jacks or tiddlywinks by himself. And I was like, I don't think he loves aliens.
I got my Wayland Yutani shorts. That's fine.
Yeah.
Right. He's got all his alien shorts. He makes it into shorts, which I think is I love that Mark is like the exercising guy on the on all of these ships.
Right on the ship. He's the guy that gets away because he's faster than the aliens. He's got his trainers and everything. Look what I did. I pulled out. This is my green shirt. It's just a Wayland Yutani Egyptian wings. But this is my pistachio colored shirt that goes under the Nostromo stuff. So
it's normally under the white, right?
Yeah, under the white one. So
very cool.
Dude, I've been shaking. I'm like, I gotta have blue pants now because Parker had blue pants. I've seen that movie a million times. And I always thought he had white pants, but he has blue like Ash.
So can I see a close-up of the patch? Okay. So it has, what is it?
Yeah.
It's just no number on the bottom, just the Wayland Yutani.
Right. It's exactly that patch, except the Wayland Yutani instead of the contract numbers, which I think is cool because there you go. Yeah. Doesn't it? This one is a prequel to Alien, right? This is
I think it's an in-between prol. In between.
Right. It's in between the first one and the second one.
Yes. It's 20 years after the first one. And then I think
like 30 before the other one, right?
Something like that. Yeah.
She was in the shipping lanes for like 57 years or something, right?
Yeah. The deleted scene, right? She had a daughter that grew old and died.
Yeah.
So however old that is.
Wait, that's a deleted scene? Oh my God. I've seen that more on.
Yeah. It originally was a deleted scene. Yes.
I guess I've seen it more on the souped up quadrilogy than I have in the theater then. That's all.
Yeah.
Like all that Hadley's Hope stuff where the family and Newt's family is kicking around in their giant bulldozer.
Oh yeah.
Like I love that shit. Those are the ones I realized weren't in the original. But I always thought her staring at, because isn't it a picture of her own mom as an old lady?
It is. It's
yeah. I always thought that was this is why I would not be a good criminal witness. I don't know. Somewhere between 5'4" and 6'3". I don't know. Kind of tan. Yeah. I don't know.
But we're also talking about Ripley's daughter, mother. So I guess it makes sense to be a little confused about it all.
I just think it's amazing the shit that we all have in our heads, right? Yeah, Walker's throwing cards around with his buddies, and then of course Gambit comes out, and so he's like, "Oh, I got to get better." So there's cards all over the chill zone. But one of them ended up upstairs in the hallway. I think one of the kitten probably took it up there. But it was the 7 of clubs, which only people like me and possibly Mark Finn remember. There was this show that Glenn Larson did, Battlestar Galactica's Glenn Larson, back in the late 70s, called Sword of Justice, starring this guy named Dak Rambo. It was only on for 8 episodes. And it's the best thing of all time. He was in jail for a crime he didn't commit, and he spent his whole 7 years in jail learning cool ass tricks from the other inmates. And so he comes out and he's like, "I'm not going to let this happen to anybody else. I'm going to use all the shit that I learned from these evil people inside for good. And I am the sword of justice. And this is the 7 years that I did." It's awesome. Anyway, I love that fucking premise. Show. No one remembers it. And there you go.
Oh.
Dak. So, and then I know so much about this. Like Dak Rambo played Jack Ewing in Dallas, and he had an identical twin brother who is not an actor. And there's just so much shit that like, why do I remember all this? Like from some article I read once in TV Guide and maybe something in Starlog has just been in my head for 40 years. And she looks at me and goes, well, and I go, look, there's no difference between me knowing crap like that and your dad who's like, in his 80s can still ramble off like, well, Lou Brock, 1973 was the,
led the batting title, but
whatever. He was stolen bases for the Cincinnati Reds. It's just like people just remember what they remember.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm glad to see Sega Sag's like, oh, I don't know that one.
Hold on, let me see if I can find it.
I feel like I won something.
Is it streaming?
I've just
Sega Sag no prize.
Yeah, I defeated Chris in crazy trivia that no one but us cares about.
Sword. What was it called? Sword of Justice.
Sword of Justice. The pilot's on YouTube right now.
Is it really? I'm gonna fucking watch that when I make dinner. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's not streaming anywhere.
I cannot. It's 8 episodes. I mean, it's one of those things where they probably had an order for 9, and they just were like, nobody but this one kid in rural Vermont gives a shit. Let's just call it.
I'm not seeing it in my normal areas. I'm gonna look one more place.
I just think she's lucky I didn't go off about Eric's sister and Jason Momoa being in the show called North Shore with James Remar and whoever Bruce Willis was dating, Brooke something. Brooke Burns, do you remember that actress?
Brooke Burns, that's right.
Burns. Yeah. Man, I love that show. It's like a nighttime soap took place in Hawaii. Jason Momoa was the cool guy in the Hawaiian shirt making your drinks. It was great. Anyway, I'm just full of crap like that. I'm like the Steve of stupid TV.
Yeah, you're definitely like in on the TV stuff. Ironically, did you see that the one of the original hosts of Hollywood Squares passed away today?
Yeah, he's like 98.
98. Dude, that's pretty. And then Gina Rollins died, who was also
an actress,
not an actress, 90s. And then Famous Amos died.
Yeah.
And then the one that really, the one that really upset me was Corey Yuen, I think is how you pronounce it. I think he's the director of Transporter. That's what you guys would know him from.
Oh, yeah.
But he did like so many really, really like amazing movies. Like he's my introduction to like Wire Fu. If you ever great.
Yeah. Wire Fu, the Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Kinda. So he did like 2 back in the day with Jet Li that are pretty spectacular.
Hero?
No, they're called. I think it was the copies I have. It's Feng Sayuk 1 and Feng Sayuk 2. I think when it released here, it was like The Legend and The Legend 2. It's probably on Tubi because most of that stuff is on there.
Sponsored by Tubi. We can get them to sponsor this, can't we?
Yeah, for the sponsor.
You know how times we talk about them on this show?
Listen,
Rufus Teague, the barbecue sauce, definitely owes us for a few impressions.
Yeah. That's true.
Is Jet Li back in the day now?
Well, I guess he's kind of disappeared. Anyway, Tubi, if you're going to watch one of this guy's movies, there's a movie called Yes, Madam. Watch it.
Yeah, that's great.
Amazing.
Wait, that's not Cynthia Rothrock, is it?
I don't think Cynthia Rothrock's in that one. She might, but I think it's Michelle
I love
Yeoh.
you, Mark. Cynthia Rothrock. I haven't thought of her for about 18, 19 hours. So thank you for bringing that up.
Let's see.
Greg Kine, though, that's the one that got me. Our Love's on Jeopardy.
Oh, is that? Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
The breakup song, that was the one my sister liked, They don't write them like this anymore. That song? I don't know. Maybe it's a little old for you guys.
No, I know the Jeopardy song. I didn't know who sang it. That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, it's Weird Al, right? I lost on Jeopardy.
Yeah. But then what was the original one?
But his song is the actual.
That's what Weird Al's making fun of.
Yes, correct. That's I'm like, but I think I was like,
see, Chris has got me. Chris has got me. He remembers that song. Mark, I love you put your patch on your bike hat just to not feel left out.
Hey man, we gotta rock it out. Is Romulus coming out this weekend?
Today?
Yeah, it's today, right?
Oh man.
Mark said in our little our green room. Steve said it. He's fucking going tonight.
I might
go tonight.
Oh yeah.
if I can pull it off, I might just like sneak away and just go.
Apparently,
I've
every
read,
alien is practical in that movie.
Oh,
Dude,
that's amazing! I can't wait.
Everything is practical. I said that was his big thing. He's like, if I'm going to do it, you have to show it. Like, I'm going to build the set. I'm going to make the monster. It's all going to be there. Everything, they're going to react to something in the room. It's not going to be, white tennis balls.
Huh.
Oh, that's pretty crazy.
Yes, Purple Rain. I don't know when I'm going to go see it. I'm bummed we're not seeing it, but sometimes these things don't work out.
No, the week before school. Is Walker back next week?
Monday, yeah.
So I mean,
senior year.
The only reason we can't go, we have football stuff going on, and it's bananas. So I'm like, maybe I'll go Monday at like 11 in the morning, like because Mimi's working and he'll be at school, and I'll be like, it's time for daddy.
Yeah.
I've been sick for like the past 3 weeks.
Yeah. You need like your. Yeah, you need your own viewing, Mark. You need to go like when it's like a matinee by yourself, so it's just you in the movie theater.
It was too much this month. It was like LA, then Comic-Con, then Detroit.
Oh, Jesus. How was Detroit?
Great. Awesome.
Yeah.
But big show, small, shaking hands, kissing babies.
You don't do movie quotes though, send him to Detroit.
And, that is an obscure quote, I think. Kentucky Fried Movie.
Yeah.
76. I mean,
getting to be a long
that's the one
ago.
I would make and no one would get.
Well,
I sent Steve. Wait, then I sent one. You like show me your nuts, and the guy's like, "Hey, how you doing? Hello, how's it going?"
Yeah, you sent that. You send that to me all the time. Yeah,
Catholic schoolgirls in trouble.
Yeah, that's where Astronauts in Trouble title came from.
That's right.
My.
That's why we were talking about it recently. I forgot.
Yeah, my old college roommate was like, so loved Kentucky Fried Movie, and I'm the only one who cared. I'd be like, "You're watching it again? Yeah, fuck yeah, this movie's great." And people would be like, "Really?" And I'm like, "Oh no, this is a good movie, you guys."
Yeah.
And so then I was like, "I don't know what to call this astronaut thing." And he goes, "Well, they're in trouble. Call it Astronauts in Trouble." Okay, that worked out.
That's perfect.
Anyway, I love that movie. John Landis, right?
I was gonna say John Landis. Yeah.
Wow, look at that.
That's crazy.
I feel like that's one of those photos you see of like drive-ins from like 1980. When it's like, what movie would you see this weekend? And it was like Starfighter, Temple of Doom.
Well, 1984 was a really good year for movies, and that summer was amazing because there was always a good movie, and there was always some cute girl who hadn't seen one of the 7 movies that you have seen 15 times because they're so good. Yeah, 81 was good for that too for me. I took like about 13 different girls to Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Are you doing a list of the movies that came out that year? Because don't do something like that because that'll blow your mind.
Oh, it already is.
Ghostbusters, yeah. 84 was awesome.
Oh,
like
one of the Star Treks came out then too, right? Was it Star Trek?
Are you doing the release date? Yeah.
Like what movie do you see? I mean, you see all of them, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't care about Cloak and Dagger, or Jungle Book, or Karate Kid.
Well, in 1984, I'm 6.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I was 21. So, Jesus, you were 6.
I like how it's like Cloak and Dagger, but Footloose, just like very tiny underneath it.
Oh, I didn't even
know. Yeah, I didn't even.
What's under Jungle Book? It says something under.
Oh, Walt Disney.
Walt Disney.
Yeah. I just read a thing about Cloak and Dagger. It must be because it was the 40th anniversary.
Well, and Dabney Coleman passed away.
Oh, that's what it was. I just read it was Yaphet Kotto's birthday, so I read a thing that when they did the chest bursting scene, all that stuff was like real animal blood and guts and stuff like that, so it smelled bad. Really, it really made the actors freak the fuck out so much that when they went home, Yaphet Kotto was. His wife called the studio because he just went into a room and didn't talk to her and sat there by himself for hours. And she's like, knocking it, like, what happened at work today, honey? And he's just like, nothing. I was like, man.
What's best defense?
Only one there. What's best defense? I don't know.
Hold on. I know that movie. I want to say Robin Williams is in that. No, Dudley Moore. I was like, I thought I see the cover. It's like them on a tank and Eddie Murphy. It's an Eddie Murphy movie.
And he was Dabney Coleman was in Cloak and Dagger too.
Wait,
Wasn't he?
No,
Or
Dabney
you think
Coleman
of
was in
Dudley
Cloak
Moore?
and Dagger.
Yeah,
Dudley Moore, Arthur. That's Arthur's movie. That's
man, Walker needs to see. What was that? Arthur. Yeah.
Oh,
very
Kate Capshaw.
interesting. Yeah,
So she had 2 movies out that weekend.
Wait, who did?
Kate Capshaw.
Oh, Kate Capshaw. Yeah.
Is in what?
She's in
She's
Temple,
in Temple
of
of
Doom.
Doom.
And then what was the other one?
Best Defense.
Oh,
She's in Best Defense.
Yeah.
That's directed by the guy who did Howard the Duck.
Huh.
William Hayek.
Yeah.
Hayek. It's like a.
Didn't he and his wife wrote that though, didn't they? Or did he direct it too?
Howard the Duck.
Yeah.
I know he directed it. I'm not sure if he wrote. He probably, because it's all. Didn't he just? Isn't that the one where they just pretty much like took like Steve Gerber's stuff and just kind of rewrite everything that he did in like kind of?
Maybe. I mean, it didn't really have that much to do with the comics. I mean, as I remember it, the comics were like Dr. Bong and shit like that, and this was pretty much just hey, a midget in a duck suit. Oh, look.
I mean, they go a little risque when he's in like they show duck boobs. I mean, come on, that's like
Blade Duck. Yeah,
yeah, that like blew my mind. Anyway, well, speaking of Howard the Duck, the final season of What If comes out. Do you think they loop him back in for the last season?
Oh, always.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Why wouldn't you? I mean, Seth Green does his voice. It doesn't cost anything to have Howard and stuff.
Don't cost nothing.
It's not like you have to get him out of jail and pay his taxes like he's Wesley Snipes.
That's true. Yeah. Speaking of which, do you think we get a Blade movie with Wesley Snipes in it, or do you think he just shows up in like Secret Wars?
I think.
Oh, I don't think Blade gets a standalone movie. If they do, they should do it like Shaft, where Blade passes it on to the next Blade. You know, because then you have a continuity of why the young kids care. But I just think that it's just better if everybody shows up in Battle World and Secret Wars. And like, I think it was Jordan Scott was making fun of when Infinity Wars was coming out. He was like, why don't they call it Avengers Everybody? And my thought was because they're going to do Secret Wars eventually.
Yeah. And that's Avengers Everybody.
That's Avengers Everybody.
I like Blade being a James Bond character where the 007 title gets handed over, but James Bond is one guy.
Yeah, okay, that's cool.
Right?
I just
Blade. Anyone can be Blade. Any Black Daywalker.
Well, I did want to say you glossed over Shaft. The Samuel L. Jackson Shaft movie is like a guilty pleasure of mine. I love that damn movie.
I love that movie. That movie's fucking bananas good.
And even the second one, the newest one that he made, where
there's 3 generations.
Where is his son? Yeah.
That's also that one
great.
Too. I fucking loved it all. Give it to me all the time.
Yeah, and I also love the originals too. So that's not. It's a no-brainer. I could actually watch any Shaft movie and even Shaft in Africa, which I think is.
I watched Shaft in Africa recently, actually.
Really? Dude, that's a pretty good movie.
Yeah, they put him in a fucking box for like a month to see if he can survive walking across the Serengeti.
Dude, it's like there's some crazy shit in that movie. Richard Roundtree, man, that guy's awesome. Anyway, no, so here's the craziest part. This is something I've been looking for rumors and stuff that I found online. I know I shared with you guys something the other day, which we can.
I read them all to Walker. He was drooling. Like,
Give
it to me now. Give it to me now.
But I found it so insanely crazy that they didn't use Deadpool to pass the torch to Blade in that movie. You could have did it in that movie. You could have had the new guy play Blade, and that would have been enough to get people be like, oh, okay. I get the homage back to like Wesley Snipes to be like, but you could have even double dipped Blade.
I mean, like have the 2?
Yeah.
Don't you think there's too much going on at that point? Because
the
whole Elektra Blade Gambit thing was perfection.
Sure.
Yeah.
And once
you lose the line of Blade being like, there's only one Blade and there will always ever be one Blade. And he's just like,
But couldn't you? I guess I always think when they interject things like that, you know, like we always joke, like the directors that make these movies are like they make like 75% of the movie, and then like Feige and his like minions make the other 25% of the movie because it has to incorporate all these other things in other movies. Like, I didn't need X-23 in that movie.
No, absolutely not.
So
but
then
I get why they did it though, because it's a Logan thing, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Because you got Blind Al and Morena Bracken. You didn't really need her in that either, but you got to do stuff for your main characters. So I get it.
Yeah.
Wolverine's
and they got her under contract because she's in The Apprentice or the what do you call that? The
Young Avengers?
No, what's the Star Wars show?
Acolyte.
Oh, the Acolyte. Oh, right. Disney has her under contract.
Yeah.
Sure, why not? She was great in the Acolyte, I thought.
Yeah.
And
she died.
And she died.
I guess I won't watch it now. Thanks.
Yeah, you're not missing anything. It was fine. I actually liked it. The guy from was The Good Place as like this hipster Darth Vader for the 2024 was insanely good. And you remember the helmet that guy showed?
I was going to say, is that the helmet that the guy made? Yeah.
So, that was a cool character. I hope that character shows up again because that was fantastic. And honestly, that explained the whole thing about the show, that he's looking for, his there's the Sith. There's always two, right? They sort of did weird narrative things that got everybody confused. And I hate Star Wars fans.
Did that
because they killed the Chewbacca guy like one episode in, and everyone's like, "How you gonna have a Chewbacca Jedi and not show him off?" And it's like, wait, man, clearly they didn't kill off fucking Carrie-Anne Moss 10 minutes into the show while she's on every poster.
Right?
Did they though?
Yeah.
Yes.
But
then it's all flashbacks, and then you see her for like 4 episodes.
But we said that almost immediately.
You said that.
We were like, what the fuck? You don't hire Carrie-Anne Moss to kill her off in the first 10 minutes. She's going to be in the rest of the show.
Yeah. Do you see the new Matrix? I would have probably killed her off, but I don't know.
I only saw the new Matrix once, but I remember I enjoyed it quite a bit because it was during the coronavirus, and I was like, this isn't the best.
On my door. Hold on, I'm sorry.
Yep, go on.
This isn't the best movie ever, but I really appreciate showing it to me now.
Yeah, you know what? It's my Conan theory, right? It's like if I'm getting another Matrix, okay, I'm cool.
Yeah, exactly. The Conan theory.
It's like, it's like, okay, it's not great, but I get to see another. You know what it is? Sadly, it's what Alien and Predator became. You have like Alien and Aliens, which I think are just amazing, and Predator, and I love Predator too.
Yeah.
So you have like these really, really great films, and then you keep the franchises alive by making these movies that aren't really great. I mean, there's some that have been like better than others, but it's also like, from my perspective, it's like, oh, I get another Alien movie. Okay, I'm in. Like Prometheus. Oh, okay. Alien Covenant. Okay. Predators.
I hated Prometheus so much. I have not even seen Covenant. So I don't care. Give me a good one.
You know what? Here's the thing. It's
in that there's whole arc, right? There's
2. He didn't
Prometheus, and then there's 2
Covenant.
more, right?
Covenant.
And then
just
what's the one with Danny McBride?
Covenant.
Really?
Yeah, that's Covenant.
I haven't seen that one then. Yeah.
Prometheus. They introduced David, the engineers, the black goo, all that stuff, and the girl with the dragon tattoo.
The original tattoo.
And then in Alien Covenant, it's another David, and sadly it didn't do well, so they'll never let Ridley Scott do the 3rd part because obviously he's trying to like make a 3-part story arc with the android David character. But listen, if I'm reading what I'm reading about Romulus, and this guy is going to do everything practical and have men in suits and spraying blood in actors' faces, I don't need Ridley Scott making movies anymore. That's fine.
Yeah.
I told Walker, I got so excited when this hat showed up, Steve. Like I talked to you guys about it. I was like, I've been waiting for a fucking patch like this for 40 years. And so I got really excited. And Walker's like, yeah, Daddy, he gets into my enthusiasm. even if he doesn't understand it, and Mimi's like, "What are you fucking doing? It's a baseball hat." And I can't help but look. That was $40, man. What the fuck are you doing? I'm like, no, just let me explain. Anyway, I told him I'm gonna probably end up hating this movie. It looks like the kind of
it's a super scary, gory horror movie. You're gonna like, yeah.
But the thing that saved Alien for me, because I mean I can deal with it now because I'm an old man. But I was 17 when Alien came out. I didn't even realize that was a horror movie because that was like one of the best science fiction movies I'd ever seen. The design was incredible. The suits were just amazing. I loved every fucking thing about it. And I'd seen it like, I'm not kidding, like 10 times before I was like, oh, this made me a little uncomfortable. I don't like this. This is kind of gross. But it's so fucking good. And so I saw the designs of the spacesuits and it's not that good. so I'll probably get off on him recreating those sets because that looks pretty good. But
I'm interested. This will be one that I'll grab like the art book because I'm interested to see what he did for costumes and all that stuff.
Speaking of that, did you see the inside of?
Oh yeah, it's amazing.
Where are we? So see that little red X? My camera's kind of shitty. But those 5 boxes at the bottom are Ron Cobb's semiotic like little things that are on the fucking keyboard buttons.
Yeah,
like you have to be awesome. You have to be an insane Alien fan to like even know what those are. And these guys are like, oh yeah, we're putting it on our hat label.
I mean,
is this are these the guys that you ran into?
That's on my car
at Comic-Con?
Yes.
Yeah.
All
right. You got to tag them in this video, apparently.
Oh yeah,
hyping them up.
Can you do that?
And we love you. Yeah, I pinged them. They interviewed the director at Comic-Con. After they were leaving us, that's where they went. They went to Hall H, and after the Hall H big announcement, they interviewed him. And I think one of the guys that sent me he gave me his business card, and I'm following on Instagram. He went to the premiere. He was just at the premiere. He was posting pictures of it. So listen,
well, people know what to do now, so that's good. Alien's great. Let's go. I can't wait to watch it. I will buy it, physical media. I can't say I'm going to like it as much as the first two, but maybe I will. You made this patch, this hat.
Exactly.
Yeah. Thank you.
And he does all I'm waiting to see the evolution of what else he puts on his website to buy.
Oh yeah. Oh my God.
This is $40 for this hat. Like well worth it. And the other stuff is reasonably priced. Like he's got the blue pants if you want the blue pants, Larry.
So that's what made me go. I mean, I can get them like Magnolia has them, and they're about the same. But you know what it is? And you saw I have most of that Nostromo shit.
Yeah.
I gotta have the belt.
Oh, he does the belt too.
I know. That's why I saw that. And I'm like, okay, this hat's a little. I'm gonna have to explain this hat to Mimi, but I'll just get the belt in another month or so. But yeah, those guys are bananas. It's really cool.
The Nostromo crew?
Nostromo crew. Yeah. Are you going to show it to us?
Thank you for your hard work.
Following them.
Nostromo
guys. Yeah, it's like the pants are like it's funny because they also have a couple like little like replica things on there too. But he has the crew uniform patch. He had it and you could just buy the patch.
Yeah.
I
waited because I don't know if anybody's wearing the patches in the movie.
Oh, that's why I got to see the movie. Exactly.
Yeah. And I just saw the director didn't have the scrambled eggs on his hat. So I'm like, I guess I don't need that. I don't want to confuse my Nostromo hat for the other hat.
Is that what they call that? Scrambled eggs?
No,
sure. The military.
But they're military. They're like the feathered wings or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just some kind of heraldry. But yeah, scrambled eggs.
And that's on the Nostromo, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Oh, I can't see it because I'm seeing
Oh wait, what are you talking about?
You're
Mark
talking
and I are talking about the stuff on the hat. Yeah.
Yellow.
Yeah. That's on the Nostromo hat.
Yeah, okay.
Huh.
Which is funny because it's like Parker like stole Dallas's hat because that's usually like a signifier of command,
like captain or something like that.
Right. A commodore, admiral, fucking whatever, right? Not the fucking dirty guy in the Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah.
It's like hitting shit with a wrench in the engine room.
That's the best part that he's wearing the.
That's
Hawaiian
what I
shirt,
need.
though.
I fucking love that
Yeah.
hat forever. So that this one exists, like,
See, that's
thank
the
you.
beauty. That's the beauty of that movie, where it's just like, to your point, you have like 20 things that you love about that movie. None of it is the fact that Alien is like a pretty like significantly important horror movie. Do you know what I mean?
yes, it absolutely is. I can see talking to somebody that I would wildly disagree with that loves it just as much as I do for 20 different reasons.
Yeah,
right?
which is
So-
you
And
know,
I'm just
But
noticing
that's
your
a good
Alien
movie.
poster. And your
Yeah.
Alien poster, there it is.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep. Alien.
I gotta figure out something to do in this little corner. Like I want to maybe put a little like I got to do like a little platform because I want to put my alien, my Kenner alien right here. I think it looks
Oh,
so
yeah.
cool right
Perfect.
How much off the floor do you have to come like 3 feet, 4 feet to display your thing, right?
there. About here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What's that to the floor?
Probably like 3 feet.
I got some for you, man.
What do you?
I bought 2 of them.
Okay.
Google up amp stand, speaker stand. They have these like really reasonable things that are just a pole with a really nice platform and a flat thing for you to display stuff on. So
okay. All right. Well, when I bring you
got-
your
I got 2
When I-
for $70 from Amazon, one on some sale.
awesome. Well, when
They're
I bring
really
you
cool.
my when I bring you the all the frames, the
God.
shadow boxes. I have
Well,
like 5.
I'll give you one then because I had to buy 2 because they're usually $70 and there was like, well, here's our special sale 2 for 1. I'm like,
Yeah.
all right,
Yeah.
and I only needed 1, so
Or I'll Venmo you. We'll figure it out. So what are you using it for?
to hold the thing Tom Spina did.
Oh,
for
the
my
Chewbacca thing.
Chewbacca thing. Yeah,
I love it. Oh, that's so cool.
so
That's
it's
awesome.
just- yeah.
What a
Agreed.
Wookiee.
Yeah. Another way. You don't kill Chewbacca.
Well,
Anyway,
last week, since it was me and Larry, Mark, we chatted about Comic-Con. What was your highlight of Comic-Con? Did you have one? Anything you saw that anything?
Well, side tangent. Did you see the life-size Quint and Orca from Jaws?
at the
Replica
show.
that was at the show? Yeah.
No, where was
So
that?
I guess my favorite thing is the thing that I didn't see.
Okay. They built a whole boat and a shark and all that shit somewhere. Holy shit! Was it in the water in the marina? That would have been awesome. Just do the Universal Studios tour, but like right outside of the back of the convention center.
You got to share this. I don't even think I knew about this.
There was a bunch of Star Trek stuff I didn't even know about. There was San Diego is so big now, you can't see it.
Yeah.
You
I mean, the
just
fact that we walked around like 5 days and I missed this amazing thing that was somewhere hiding in the show.
Oh, I mean, it is Jaws' 50th anniversary. How did I not even realize that?
Well, I knew that because Legos got one, and Walker and I had a discussion. Are we going to get the sinking Orca with the shark on the back and eating the Lego guys? Because I don't know, man. He's like,
Hey, there's another one that's really, if you think about it, a horror movie in some capacity, and you know,
agreed.
it's pretty damn gory at the end.
I fucking hate that movie. I was 13 when that movie came out, so like nobody I knew went swimming that summer.
Well, not in the beach, maybe in a pool, but
dude, not even in
then.
pools. We were like, we're not getting in the water because we saw what happened.
you guys are funny.
I know.
So
I'm
did you,
just not a horror guy.
so anyway, there was a giant Quint display. Was it a statue? What was it?
How can I not find this thing? It was in a video I watched of like a recap of San Diego, and I was like, "Oh, maybe I'll be in the background." And I saw this
were you in
thing,
the
and I was
background?
like, "No, never."
Never.
Only in that one.
Yeah.
That's that's always the joke.
Oh, Thomas Middleditch.
That's right. We're in the background of his post.
Oh, I remember that. That was hilarious.
He was wearing the luchador mask, and he's
Yeah,
my favorite part of that is like 30 seconds before we're like, dude, who is this?
That's
This must be somebody because he's wearing a luchador. Like
Right,
it's like thinking he's so slick, but it's so like
right. It's so obvious.
Yeah.
Well,
So obvious.
Well, I was gonna say that's the joke my dad always says whenever they do like the highlights of Comic-Con. My dad always watches it and he's like, I always look to see if you're in the background there. And I'm like, I kind of avoid the cameras if there's cameras lights on, but good luck. Maybe you never know.
Every once in a while somebody asks me and I'm like, I admit that I look to see if we're in aisle 2000, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's literally the only thing we're going to see. Like maybe the sign above our table you'll see, but like if we can't find a giant boat with a shark hanging off the end of it, like you're not going to spot the three of us in the
right.
back.
That's I mean the fact that we could go the whole entire time, come back, watch a video or chat with someone. Oh, Mark's gone.
And Mark's like,
I'm back.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm back.
Yes.
But I was saying like we could go the whole time and then someone would say, hey, you didn't see that on that one table? And you're like, dude, I walked to every table. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
And you're like, no, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
Like, okay.
I didn't even go to
did.
Artist Alley this year, which I think that's the first year I missed it. It's just sorry, I can't. It's too busy. We had the best show though. That's why. That was a hot show for us. So I actually said this morning, Walker and I were talking about going to the secret bathroom, and like that how that's all I did was I go to the hotel, I go here, I would walk to Hero with him. Steve would tell us some cool thing and be like, fuck, that's great. That sounds awesome. Thanks for doing that research. I go there, I feel like I did something, spend a little money, I got some cool thing, nice memory, and then I go back and keep handling the booth. We were rocking.
Yeah, it was a good year. It was a good year. Good stuff too. And Marvel, I thought Marvel had a great booth. It still boggles my mind that DC doesn't have like a respectable comic book booth.
Yeah, it's Warner.
I know.
They don't know what to do and they don't care. But yeah, I'm with you. We kind of chewed it out last week, Mark. Tell us about, like, I have a feeling you're kind of like me, that where it's all the like weird stuff that happens because you're there, not because it's there. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I just had such a blast that Christy remembered us at the Edgewater Grill, like, and weird stuff like that. I like checking out. Oh, hey, that used to be the fish place, and now it's some other thing that really it's going to take 45 minutes to seat us. Like, you obviously don't know who we are, like Christy does.
Yeah.
Peace out.
I mean, I always love the data dump in the hotel room after the show of like, all right, what do we miss? And we're all like on our phones, like, oh shit, Robert Downey Jr. is Doom. What?
Yeah, that's true.
Well, dude, that was like right? Wasn't it the first night when I got all the Blade stuff?
Yeah. Oh, yes, right.
I mean, I'm sorry, all the Deadpool stuff. It was like,
yeah.
Well, someone's watching it right now, and they're just they're posting it live, and I'm just like, and here's Henry Cavill, and here's Blade, and here's
spoiler.
Pretty funny. Yeah, spoiler.
Seriously, these spoiler people like make my dick soft all the time. But I think that once a movie makes $1 billion, you need to shut up about spoilers. Like, fuck you. Seriously. If you haven't seen that movie, fucking shut up.
I mean, how long has it been out?
10 days.
No, come on, it's not 10 days.
I don't know.
It could have been. It's convincing.
It's not bad, man. It didn't come out July 30th or 31st, something like that. So 3 weeks? I don't know.
26th, right?
Okay.
Oh, yeah, right. It was the
we were at Comic-Con.
Right, that's how I remembered it. It just seems 2 weeks ago.
It has made how much so far?
It's over a bill. While we wait for Steve to pick that up, you guys saw the Walker's fucking football team. Their on-field kit sheds got broken into twice over the summer.
Wait, again?
Wait, you're up to date.
Oh, okay.
Over this summer, but they're like doing their fundraising shit, and I'm like, the coach is like really panicking. He's coming back panicking, and I'm like, dude, we'll do what we can. What's the deal? And he goes, we don't have enough money for buses for the JV and the varsity, and we don't want to go with the varsity on one bus and then have to sit there all through their stupid game and wait for the varsity to play.
Oh, JV and then varsity. Yeah.
So So I'm like, all right. So I did what I always do, like I tell the kids on Facebook, but I'm like, how about this? I'll just take my stuff and give it to you if you donate to them. So it's kind of like I am donating, but you get your thing and all that. And so this year I was just like $100 for Charlie pages, and we did really well. And in one day, Walker, his buddy Cole, and this other guy Preston, I don't know him, but those 3 kids and all the the people who love them got together and we got the varsity bus.
No, that's crazy.
So I was
awesome.
like, but the rest of all the other shed is all their on-field stuff, like the paddings around the goal and their down stuff and all that shit was just burst into flames because they're in one of those metal storage sheds and somebody threw in a couple of Molotov cocktails and then closed the door and it just baked.
I mean,
so,
are they not going to store them there now? Is that like is it?
I don't. Obviously, I'm hearing it from Walker. I don't really know, but I did not like that the athletic department just went, fuck it, you only get one bus. That's what you do. Because that you're punishing the kids for somebody else's crime.
Yeah, exactly.
But I also get that money's got to come from somewhere.
Sure, but that's like educational budgets are like annual. So it's like send me the bill at the end kind of thing. It's not like it's not like all the kids are walking off the bus and handing the bus driver like $8. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's weird. I don't get it.
I honestly think it's something with the public schools and SFMTA and somebody's pulling some shit or the athletic department's trying to. I think it's all political. My point is, we got the bus. I don't have to fucking drive people 2 kids at a time to Mill Valley, and everybody else can do the get.
Do they play up? Do they play up in the North Bay?
Not Mill Valley, but like we're always driving to like Sir Francis Drake. It's a new school now. It's like Archie McPhee or something. Archie.
Yeah. Yep. I gotta look at his schedule.
We'll go down to San Mateo every once in a while. Stuff like that. I get it confused with the swim meet stuff too. But yeah, Chris Sagasag was really cool actually about it.
Huh. Yeah, I saw he posted the page, which is awesome.
Yeah. That's the cool thing. So thanks, Chris. That made Walker super happy, and he loves that you say something about the Lowell fight song or whatever that is. Because
he's from.
They don't do that now.
Oh, that's funny. I was gonna say I think he went to Lowell. I think he.
Yeah. No, that's Chris's. I mean, Walker's a good kid. He likes Chris. But it's probably because it's Lowell, right? You gotta fly the flag for your old school, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Anyway,
I suppose
maybe not Mark so much, but yeah, I don't know.
Not Colonia High.
You're Roe High.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, Colonia High. God, no way. Maybe I'll go back for my 50th high school reunion, but probably not.
I just went to a school for 4 years. It doesn't mean the same to me as it does to everybody else. For some
exactly.
reason.
Yeah,
I don't care.
I made that very clear. I moved to California. I'm not flying back for a New Jersey high school reunion.
Yeah.
Although, take a film crew.
Right. Kind
of funny. What would you call that? I don't give a shit.
Yeah. I still don't give a shit.
Yeah.
The beginning is you driving up to the school, but the rest of it is you keeping going and doing stuff.
Just never going to the actual. Yeah.
And then the end is just waving as they go by the building. That's
again on the way back.
Yeah.
That's
just go to Jose Tejas.
Yeah, exactly. That's might as well just go to my high school reunion at Jose Tejas. So that's probably where it would be. Anyway.
My God! Hey, we blew right by Timothy Connolly with his Cheech and Chong's Corsican Brothers movie.
That's 84 too.
Yeah,
man.
Good year for movies, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, I mean, I could go down the entire list, and that would be absolutely nuts.
Yeah. What's the other year? It's 84 and 98 or something.
Okay. I'm gonna round off a couple 84. Ready?
All right, go ahead. Hit us.
Ghostbusters.
Sure. Yeah.
Never heard
Beverly Hills Cop.
Never heard it.
Okay.
Karate Kid. Terminator.
Oh, yeah.
Dune, Once Upon a Time in America. Okay, whatever. It's a gangster one. Nightmare on Elm Street.
Even I saw that one.
Yeah, Never Ending Story. 16 Candles. Paris, Texas, which I kind of do like that movie.
I like that movie. It was good.
1984. Amadeus. Footloose. Police Academy. Temple of Doom.
So right there is why I like movies. You could like all summer you could go and see a fucking bananas good movie just by accident.
I mean, there's not a bad movie.
Walk into this room and sit down and something cool will happen in front of you.
I mean, all right, that's 15. I'm at 15. The next movie is Electric Dreams, which not my cup of tea, but I've seen it. So that's number 16 on that list so far. 17 is Top Secret.
Yeah, I love that movie.
18 Gremlins.
Okay.
19 Romancing the Stone. 20 Revenge of the Nerds. So far, like 19 movies out of 20 that
I was just gonna say, I'd say 18, but that are like solid ass movies.
Okay, 21 Body Double, awesome movie.
Starting to listen.
Oh yeah.
22 Red Dawn. 23 Buckaroo Banzai. 24 This Is Spinal Tap. 25 Streets of Fire. 26 Last Starfighter. 27 Blood Simple. The Coen Brothers, nuts.
Yeah.
28 Bachelor Party. 29 Friday the 13th Final Chapter. 30 Search for Spock, Star Trek 3. Okay, 31.
There was a Star Trek that year.
Yeah, 31 The Perils of Gwendolyn in the Land of Yik Yak, which is an awesome movie if you've never seen it. It's with I can't think of what the hell her name is. Oh my god, it's Tawny Katane.
Oh yeah.
You got okay, 32 Conan the Destroyer. 33 Children of the Corn horror. 34 Break-In. 35 2010.
Oh, that was 84 too.
Yeah,
that means Matt, that means Beyond Thunderdome is this year too, right?
Yeah, so hold on, I'm gonna skip a bunch.
Now my memories, you're away.
Firestarter, The Natural, Supergirl, Toxic Avenger, Repo Man, Starman, Night of the Comet, Purple Rain,
Night of the Comet,
Cotton Club, Hard Bodies. That's in the top 50. I'm gonna keep on going. Cannonball Run 2, Dreamscape.
So wait. Top 50 for
it's not top 50. It's just listing.
It's just a list of good movies. Okay. Because I was like, wow, Buckaroo Banzai is up there pretty high for a movie that
Runaway.
Oh yeah, I love that movie with Tom Selleck. Right?
Sheena, Cloak and Dagger, obviously. Johnny Dangerously, dude. Police Academy, Revenge of the Nerds, Bachelor Party, Johnny Dangerously, all came out in the same year. That is like insane. Like you'd be lucky if you get one good comedy a year or every 2 years. All right, still going.
You know what's insane? Wait, you know what's insane about that though is that that's just not the movie industry anymore.
Correct.
Because there's a couple big tentpole movies and sequels to franchise stuff in there, but there's a giant million of mid-level. Like Bachelor Party cost $5 million to make, if that. Right? I mean, and that made probably $30-60 million. Like that, that doesn't exist anymore. And I wish everybody would just fucking smarten up and start doing that again. Let Mike Birbiglia or something do some movie about sleepwalking that's funny, instead of the one he did. Sorry, Mike.
It's just so nuts. Anyway. Rhinestone, Meatballs Part 2. It's just like I'm missing in action. Like there is honestly, I'm at 113. And there is honestly a movie that I could recommend to almost anyone for any genre.
I agree.
Razorback, maybe not Razorback. Although there's no. I think we watched that, Mark, once. The giant pig, the giant. You're muted.
Oh, how'd that happen? Australian pig movie?
Yeah, you remember that one, right?
Australian pigs.
Yeah, I have 150 VHSs, and I think 40 of them are all from '84.
That's amazing.
I mean, I'm right now at 147, and I've still only have 2 movies on here that I have not seen. 2.
What?
Under the Volcano which I don't even know what it is,
Larry.
and
Yeah,
sex
no,
and a movie called Sex Mission, which I have no idea what that is
Ooh.
either. But like Flashpoint, I've seen
1984.
Broadway, Danny Rose, I've seen Thieves of the Heart,
Sex
I've
Mission.
seen Heavenly Bodies, I've seen Protocol, I've seen Voyage of the Rock Aliens. I actually saw that on Tubi the other day. It's like Mutant. I've seen that. This is like Best Defense, Out of Control, Lust in the Dust. It's like the Corsican brothers. This is like nuts. It's crazy.
Sex Mission is a 1984 Polish cult comedy science fiction action film.
That's probably why I never saw it.
Apparently, Wikipedia thinks it needs additional citations for verification.
What movie was that?
Sex Mission.
Sex Mission.
Which is one word, which is awesome.
Sex Mission. The craziest part is I'm at 200, and I can still add 50 more movies.
That's cool,
That are
man.
good movies.
Anyway,
Anyway,
it's spectacular. 1984. We have to do this again. We have to find another year that's like this because that's crazy. Because it's essentially giving me every movie that was released between January 1st to December 31st, and it is. I've seen a lot of these movies.
well, think about that for a second. There's like 200 plus movies that were released in one calendar year. That's not going on now because of streaming, right?
No.
Or do they count, Glenn Powell's Apple TV stuff as movies? I guess.
mean, sure, but
Why
you're.
wouldn't you?
I'm
So
like
now we're in peak TV in that case because they're just generating all kinds of fucking shit to see what sticks, right?
Yeah, I'm at 388. I'm just seeing how far it goes. I'm seeing if it like stops.
Huh.
It never stops.
It
Well,
never
Mark,
stops.
something you said while Steve's litany of the religion that we all share of worshiping film, where you're like, yeah, I have 150 VHS and 40 of them are from 1984. I cannot wait to go upstairs after Door Court now and go, because I'll remember all those movies, most of those movies you said. Because I'm like, Red Dawn, yep. Star Trek 3, yep. Hunter Banzai, yep. Conan 2, whatever. That was a cool thing. Walker loves the first Conan. And so he's like, should we watch the second one? I'm like, it's a kid version of Conan. I'll watch it with you. But, it's not pertinent. I'm like, the Jason Momoa one's pretty good. And he went, what? And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, the worst dad ever. I didn't tell you that Jason Momoa did a Conan movie. He's like, can we watch that? I'm like, yeah.
Do you have that? Do you have that?
I don't have it, but that's why I didn't think of it. It's like, I watched it. I loved it. I wish that they kept doing Conan movies with him. He was perfect.
Yeah, I don't.
I just watched the Rock Hercules movie.
Oh, yeah.
I just like it because what's his name? Shane, not Ian Black. Who's the guy from John Wick?
Ian McShane.
Ian McShane. Yes, he is just his
Jonathan.
character. He's
Jonathan.
He's a wizard guy who can foresee the future, and he knows the time of his death. So, like, there's a scene where all these arrows are coming at him, and he just kind of is like, because he knows he's not going to die.
Right. Right. Have it.
Yeah.
What gets me is this bad tin soup I have in about 10 years.
That's the funny thing about that movie is that's Rebecca Ferguson is in that movie.
Oh, what's this called?
The Hercules with Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
I think
Yes,
Rebecca
she is the
Ferguson.
queen that shows up, and I was like, here we go.
Yeah, and the best part is she did an interview a couple of years ago, or during the whole like Mission Impossible press stuff.
Yellow
where she
dress
talked
thing where she's fucking awesome.
Where she talked about working with an actor that she wouldn't name that was really horrible to work with.
Oh.
And everyone was immediately like, everyone thought it was The Rock from Hercules. And he actually, I think, put out a statement saying like, oh my God, no, I've worked with her. She was wonderful to work with. I would have never been like that. I actually think it was like Jake Gyllenhaal, who was the guy who was like,
oh, Life.
Yeah.
Is she in Life with him?
And Ryan Reynolds. So.
Oh, but anyway, I think, I don't know if it's ever been disclosed who it was, but the rumor on the internet at the time was that it was The Rock, to a point where it got enough press. He had to say something.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, which is like, No,
I love her. She's great.
Yeah.
I also like kitties, and please don't cancel me because she's awesome.
Bears.
I keep on thinking there's I always get that movie confused with the Legend of Hercules, which is that one with the guy from Twilight.
Twilight. Oh yeah.
Right? Is that what it's called? Legend of Hercules?
Yes.
Yeah, with Kellen Lutz, who doesn't have a lot of pretty people in that one.
Kellen Lutz. He was on 30 Rock. He
Was he?
Yeah, for a hot second. There was a character Lutz on it, and he was his grandnephew. Hello, grandnephew.
That's right.
I ate all my
during-
marshmallows.
Yeah,
I've
that
been
was
warming your marshmallows in my pocket, sweet boy.
yeah, that was yes. That was during Twilight, when Twilight was the biggest thing in the world. And man, 30 Rock. I have to go back and watch.
I just rewatched all of it.
Yeah. Did you? Someone was saying, I saw in one of the someone was posting something online saying how you could watch 30 Rock and laugh 60 times in an episode. Yeah. And now the shows that are on TV that are essentially listed as comedy, you might laugh like twice. And like just the but I also think 30 Rock was a different kind of comedy show. It was more like, you know,
every scene there was like a joke that got you. I was like, oh, yep, laughing.
Yeah.
I think Community is kind of like that. That like
I agree.
Once you plug into what they're doing, it's like you can't believe how tightly written those 22-minute comedies are. It's just like there's a joke every time somebody breathes.
What was that? You got a motorcycle
driving past the house?
Oh, that's me.
Oh, is that you, Mark?
Yeah.
The hot rods.
Welcome to Roanoke Park, baby.
Well, should I talk about the Kang stuff? If we have a minute, I'll do the Kang
stuff.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know. What do you think, Mark? I'm good with that.
Yeah.
I think it's a cool way to go out. Because when Steve starts getting excited about 16 Chan, that's awesome.
16 Chan. I wish there was 16 Chan, but there are a lot of them. No, the Kang Dynasty stuff was pretty interesting because it was like, the one line that really caught me in the whole article was the idea that like they were having a problem like writing the Kang thing because once you have like multiples of a villain, it kind of lessens the villain. Right. And I agree. And then you realize like it's kind of easier to just make one big bad, which is what they always, you know, like when you have like whatever it was, like all the Kangs, it's like, okay, unless you make one like the main Kang, it kind of like diminishes. I don't know.
You can do it. You can just Orphan Black it, right? Just have 3, right? And then they're a unit. And I thought that's what they were doing with Loki, right? Because they had the 3 guys, and it was like, okay, that makes all the sense because you get a variant thing, but you also get they're probably going to have to work as a unit for the narrative, right?
Right.
But then that thing that you wrote, it's like, what professional writer thinks that's a good idea? Because then your energy level is up here the whole time. There's no like stakes and ups and downs and reversals of fortune and shit. Because okay, we're just not talking to that guy. We're going to talk to this other guy who's at the top of his game. And then there's nothing for the audience, right? Nobody can go pee or take a nap or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. Go ahead. Do the thing.
Well, no. My favorite part is, and I'm not gonna. My favorite part is just like Thor dies. The end. That's my like. That was my favorite thing in the whole thing. It was like.
And Thor dies.
It was talking about everything. It was like, and then that moves to Secret Wars to the Battle World, and then Thor dies, and then it's the end of this movie. And then you know. But
I think that's going to happen because that's why you get whatever the Thor kid is in Young Avengers. They'll set those Young Avengers up, and in 15 years we'll have an Avengers movie that's mostly them. Yeah, and it's run by Ant-Man or something because Paul Rudd still looks good.
Well, I told you that the rumor I kept on reading online is the whole point with this new Black Panther thing. They're going to do like those. Is it animated or is it an actual TV show? The new Black Panther. Isn't there like there's like a 4-part Black Panther thing.
I haven't been following it, so I don't know.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I saw the title for it, but I don't know anything more.
Anyway, the rumor is that they're going to do this 4-parter, and then they're going to kind of like put a pin in Black Panther and like hang it on the wall and be like, it is animated. Cool. Thank you. Sag said. Yeah, so the idea is like that will kind of like
Fall Guy thumbs up.
Yes, they're gonna put the pin in it, and then you got your Black Panther stuff, and it's kind of like, okay, we'll move on and we'll do something else, which is kind of like they're trying to do a little bit of that, and I think that's their way of getting around a lot of these like aging out actors, and obviously Wakanda Forever did pretty well, but probably not the way they wanted it to go. But that's what they're just going to do. Like, they're scrapping Eternals too, like completely scrapping it.
I love that though, right? Because they never announced it. So all the fanboys are like, it's been canceled. And I'm like, that's not how it works.
Right.
Yeah.
They just did some development.
We weren't promised
a
sequel.
Pre-production, and then they were like, yeah, it's not working out. Let's go do something else.
The only thing is weird is it's going to be, well, obviously you have to do something. I don't think you're bringing back every character from that, but you're definitely bringing back like the Black Knight and Cersei, whoever's the one that gets kidnapped by the Celestial.
Why though?
Yeah. Well, because I think I don't know. Do you leave it open-ended?
Yeah. I'm like, what does that do for the narrative of the whole MCU thing, right? I'm like, the worst thing they did is just make Fantastic Four perfect, because now I don't care about all that shit that happened in the middle with the strike and the coronavirus. And it's cool that Ghost is showing up from the Ant-Man movie.
Yeah.
And that I think that's going to happen, right? I think they got the idea that you need like 5 or 6 core heroes, and then you have a couple of other heroes around them, and that's just fine.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't just do.
Oh, I think
here's everybody fighting everything at all times.
Yeah, you got Ghost, you got Taskmaster, you got the new Captain whatever Freedom guy. Have them all in one thing together.
U.S. agent.
Yeah, there you go.
Is that what you mean? Because the Kurt Russell's kid. Because Wyatt Russell. Dude, I love that. You saw the Thunderbolts trailer, of course.
Yeah, yeah.
Where he's like just sitting there, I'm pissed off. I killed somebody by accident. He's got a baby in a crib. Yeah. I'm like, oh my God, will you give me a movie of that guy? That's never been done, right? And like a fucking single dad who's just trying to do his best, man. Or even if his wife is there too. It's just like, I gotta go, I guess, help the country. Oh man, give me that one.
Well, it's interesting that's the movie that I think is going to start steamrolling stuff again. And I think the new Captain America, I think, to your point, Larry, is going to definitely put like put a pin in all that, because like part of like the whole discussion of the Harrison Ford character is like they're fighting over like the
Eternal,
the Celestial, like that's like the big thing. It's like the armor, not the armor, like the metal in the Celestial.
Oh, right. There's like a bunch of vibranium or something.
Like adamantium or whatever it is.
And
they're going to be like, how do the countries
deal with that, right?
Yeah. And I'm like,
I'll take an arm, you take a leg.
Right. It's like, if that's the nod to that, cool.
No, and but that's going to be the FF, man. That's what calls Galactus is that big fucking thing in the ocean, because Galactus eats Celestials.
And there's a dead Celestial hanging out.
So we don't really need an Eternals movie, because we have the FF. That's the thing everybody's all like fanboys kind of don't get. Like this is a giant thing called Marvels, right? It's not like 3 movies of this and 3 movies of that. They're all chapters in this giant book, man. And like you thought it was going that way, and it went this way.
Yeah,
that's cool. That's what you want. You want the filmmakers and the talent and the creatives to be ahead of the audience, right? Yeah. And so that's why. But fanboys are like, I read in issue 37. It's like, come on, man. So did everybody else. Now at this point, you have to start putting out your SAT scores, because you sound like a moron. If we all know this, if we all have the same information, and you're saying this, and everybody else is going, what about that? Like, just. I kind of stopped talking to fanboys about it, because
there's nothing there. Why argue, right? Why argue?
Right.
I just like that Kang will be whatever they do with Kang, and then from Paul Rudd's point of view, he stopped Kang.
I love that.
I love that so much.
Yeah.
Did you say that when we were in Comic-Con?
Like,
where you were like, it's
I
going to
think
be
you
one
said
line?
that when we came out of the theater. You were like, that was great. Anyway.
Yeah. But it's just like, oh, Kang? Oh, yeah, I killed him with some ants. Like,
he's fine. You don't have to worry about that guy anymore.
Right. Like, yeah, exactly. That'll be so smart. Anyway, the last thing to leave you with is supposedly they're reaching out to all the original, the last group of Marvel X-Men actors. Jennifer Lawrence.
James McAvoy.
All those, they're all being asked about their availability.
Oh.
So, they might. Problem. My assumption is like for Secret Wars.
Wild.
But anyway,
yeah, I can't wait for that. We've been watching The Last Ship. Walker just fucking loves it, and Eric Dane. He's like, who is this guy? Where have I seen him before? And Mimi starts talking about McSteamy and Grey's Anatomy, and he's like, Mom, come on. And I'm like, dude, he was Madrox in X-Men 2. And he's like, can we watch that? Because he loves the Multiple Man for some reason.
Yeah.
He's in it for
2
like
or 3.
2 seconds. Yeah. I don't know, 2 or 3. I don't know.
Third one.
He's in the third one. Even better. That's when they destroy the Golden Gate Bridge, right?
Yeah.
We'll watch that.
That's I think that's the last time Famke Janssen looked pretty unbelievable.
How dare you?
I'm sorry.
On that note,
that was the last time I looked good too. So
that's true.
We love you, Dutch model Famke Janssen.
Yeah.
I mean, that movie made almost $500 million.
That's amazing. Do you know what Apocalypse did? Because I haven't seen that movie. I own it, and
$543 million.
Huh. All right. I mean, I guess it's worth it to do X-Men movies, but
that's one of those movies where you see like a 2-minute clip and you're like, huh, that movie looks good. Why didn't I see that? And then you forget about it and you go about your day and you never see it.
Days of the Future Past.
That was great.
$746 million.
That's because that movie was smoking good. What'd First Class do? Because I like that one a lot too.
Yeah.
I like that so much. I was actually looking around to see if anybody did those cool black and yellow jump flight suit things.
Oh, that's really cool. That's a cool idea.
Huh. Plus, you know why, guys? I don't mean the same thing, but I've been at 197 for 4 days in a row. So I think I weigh 197 now. I'm sub 200, and I need new pants. My pants they went from 42 to 40 now. I'm very excited. So I started going, hey, I need large shirts now. Like this XL is too big for me. And I'm like, maybe I started to get some cool costumes now. I'm still old fat man, but a
little slimmer.
It won't look as dumb.
What's your guess on box office for First Class?
I don't know.
200 million. Lower, higher?
Yeah, 600.
No. I think it's one of the lowest performing. 353.
Oh, really? Wow.
353. And I always forget that's the Kingsman guy.
I love that. That's the movie that shows you how Professor X gets paralyzed and nobody gave a shit. Are you kidding me? That was a good movie. I liked it.
That's the one where Magneto pushes the coin through Kevin Bacon's
Kevin
head, right?
Bacon.
Yeah.
That's my favorite scene in any X-Men movie of all time.
Ooh, that's a good. What's your favorite scene, Mark? I'm not sure I could answer that.
X-Men movies? Oof. I mean, the Nightcrawler scene from X-Men 2 is pretty great.
In the White House?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Where it's like, oh, hey, they're doing Nightcrawler. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So that's my 1A. My 1B is when they go talk to Wolverine and he tells them to go fuck off. That's actually my favorite. And we talked about this last week, but like that's like when I explained to my dad, like that's Wolverine that I read in the comic. That's the first time I ever saw it. Like that, and then obviously this Deadpool movie. But like,
that was
anyway.
Good.
That's a good segue.
Yeah, we should probably call it.
Okay, fine.
Or I'll keep talking to you guys forever.
No, I gotta poop.
Yeah. I was like, Mark's got a hard stop with his bowels.
Well, thank you guys for watching us chit chat.
This is a blast. And I love talking to you guys. And Chuck and Chris and Timmy, everybody who showed up. Thank you so much, guys.
Maybe next week Mark will have his hat.
Did you order one?
No.
I'll get in a belt as soon as I get off. Also, I've got to go see what my 1984 collection is like.
Do you wear a hat like that, Mark?
Yeah. I don't, but I'm wearing this one. I mean, I have a million hats, but bald guys in that mesh trucker hat thing in the back is not very
Rough.
attractive.
Well,
But
kind of balding guy is not also. It doesn't work for
No, it's-
balding guy either.
it's the back, man. It just doesn't work. So,
But man, this hat is great. All right, Mark. Well,
Okay.
I have your address, so keep an eye on the mailbox. So,
Yeah, I sent
awesome.
you $10
Gentlemen.
on PayPal the other day, by the way. So
What was that?
I sent you $10 on PayPal the other day.
Oh, did you? For what?
Yeah.
For what?
Craig's.
Did I owe you $10?
No, I owed you $10.
Oh, I would have asked for interest, but whatever. Oh, good. Cool. Awesome. Gentlemen,
All right. That's
talk
it.
to you later.